Ooh. In this video, Biden gets trashed a little bit, and you'll never guess from who unless you stay tuned. So here we go.
Now to Decision 2024 with 65 days to Election Day. And new today,
Yes.
Governor Tim Walz is out on the campaign trail attending the Minnesota State Fair.
Handing out ice cream. Great.
That earlier today, and a new ABC News Ipsos poll shows Vice President Kamala Harris with a slight lead over former President Donald.
What the hell is this? August 23rd through the 17th. August 23rd through the 17th. What does that mean? Is that say M-O? Okay, so that does say margin of error. For a moment, I thought it said MOI. 102 registered. Wait, what is this? Choice for president. 50% registered. Okay, what is this? Registered likely choice for president. 50%. Okay, so 50% of registered voters, 46% of registered voters. Okay, so they're missing like 4% of the registered voters. Down here it says, what is that? Is that a 2 or a 7? Let me see. That looks like a 2% margin of error. And then you've got what? 52% likely and 46%. What? What is this? What does this one even mean? Choice for president. Likely. What is that? Oh, for Pete's sake. This tells me nothing clearly. You could interpret this however you want. Oh my word. Okay, continue.
The margin of error among registered voters and a larger lead among likely voters. The poll was taken after the.
What is a likely voter? Define that. I can define what a registered voter is. What is a likely voter? Likely. I might get up off my ass and go vote. I don't know.
Democratic National Convention and VP Harris's first sit-down interview.
And what was that? What is Walz doing?
National Convention and VP Harris's first sit-down interview.
And why is Gwen Walz like yelling at Kamala?
And VP Harris's first sit-down interview.
I think she came off with confidence, calmness, and non-defensiveness. And I hope she'll do more of these interviews. I actually agree with your predecessor, Chuck.
Yeah, if you saw the interview, she was very deadpan throughout most of it. Just hunched over, bad lighting, pre-recorded. It had to have been edited. And that was the best they could do for a presentation for somebody who's running for president of the United States. If you saw the whole interview, low bar, so low bar. Definitely not brat. Very much Karen. Very Karen.
That she should go on these weekly shows. She's very competent, and as running for president, have her views out there and take the hard questions.
Today on the Sunday Talk Show.
She couldn't take, they didn't serve hard questions. What seemed like it was going to be a legitimate interview turned into a softball fest. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then ask yourself, did they really ask her any hardball questions? And if you believe the answer is yes, I question your, what should I question? I question your threshold for challenges, is what I should say. Yes, that's what I'll say. I question your threshold if you believe that she was actually asked hardball questions during that interview.
Shows surrogates for both Republicans and Democrats analyzing the first Harris-Walz sit-down interview.
Honestly, I think she's a much easier opponent. You know why? Because she is saddled by and accountable to the American people for all of the failures for the last 3.5 years under the Biden administration. What we see now.
That part right there. 81 million votes. 81 million votes. 81 million voters who were so sure that Biden was the one. And who's this guy? Corey Lewandowski. Myrna! Sweetie! Did he just disparage Biden, who was just given this high accolade send-off with balloons at the DNC, at the Democratic National Convention? Is he disparaging the history of the greatest president ever? Ah! Burns.
Change her position.
Campaigning is one thing, governing is another. And what governing has shown with Vice President Harris is she's going to try to bring the team together and make something happen. And that team includes the administration, it includes Congress, it includes governors, it includes the private sector.
Oh, has she governed quite well? Let's go find out. Let's go see. How has Kamala governed? Let's go ask her staff. Kamala Harris hit by staffing. Let me see, did that open up in a new window? Yeah, there we go. Kamala Harris hit by staffing exodus as Simone Sanders becomes latest high-profile exit. Simone Sanders! Oh my, that was from December of 2021. That was from Newsweek. Let's see, from the Daily Mail, July 26, 2024. Kamala Harris, the soul-destroying bully. Former staff exposed shock details of degrading tirades, decades-long toxic behavior, and left people in tears and saw them quit at unprecedented levels. She's such a good governor. Oh my gosh, let's move on to the Washington Post. A Kamala Harris staff exodus reignites questions about her leadership style and her future ambitions. Oh my, what is this one from Quora? Let's see. Why have so many staff members for Kamala Harris quit? What is the problem? Let's see. Harris would see. Okay, let's see. What does this say? Is this an opinion? Who the hell is Grace? Grace? The rumor started circulating in July. Vice President Harris's staff was wilting in a dysfunctional and frustrated office, burned out just a few months after her historic swearing in and pondering exit strategies. A few days later, Harris hosted an all-staff party at her official residence. I remember that. She had like a bunch of pandering, what was it, hip-hop and stuff? Anyway, where most of her office bit into hamburgers and posted pictures of smiling, congenial coworkers on Twitter, pixelated counterpoints to the narrative of an office in shambles. Let me tell you about these burgers at the VP's residence, Chief Harris spokesperson Simone Sanders gushed in a tweet. From when is this? Because remember now, Simone Sanders, okay, so this is from 2 years ago, yet Simone Sanders left in 2021. So who paid off Simone? The food was good and the people were amazing. Her official defense against reports of staff unrest was more searing. She called people who lobbed criticism behind nameless quotes cowards and stressed that working for a groundbreaking vice president was a difficult job, but not a dehumanizing one. That's why Simone Sanders always takes on that plantation mammy persona whenever she's on camera speaking about the Biden-Harris administration, because in off-camera, Simone Sanders is actually a very intelligent woman, and she doesn't use that kind of speech. But you put her in front of the camera, and the mammy comes out. So that's interesting. We are not making rainbows and bunnies all day, she told one outlet. What I hear is that people have hard jobs, and I'm like, welcome to the club. 5 months later, Sanders is leaving the vice president's office, the highest profile member of an end-of-a-year exodus that includes communications chief Ashley Etienne and two other staffers who helped shape the president's or the vice president's public image. Sanders told the Washington Post her departure is not due to any unhappiness or dysfunction, but rather because she is ready for a break after 3 years of the relentless pressure that came with speaking for and advising Biden and Harris while navigating a global pandemic. Simone, that may or may not be true. I'm not buying it. Sweetie, you left because you were unhappy. Now, come on now. Come on. It's like you were unhappy. If it was so good, you wouldn't have left. Don't lie, Simone. Don't lie. From the Outkick. Let's see. What is this one from? July 24th, 2024. All right. Let's see if this one loads up. Come on, Outkick. I guess I'll go on back. Oh, there we go. 92% of Kamala Harris's staffers left in her first 3 years as VP due to her laziness, and anger. Oh, my. Can we get into here? Let me do a keyword search on lazy. Lazy. Oh, it doesn't even come up except, okay, let's see. Laziness. How many times does it come up? Twice. The cackle, the entitlement, the laziness, the diva mentality. It's cringe. No shit. Don't take it from me. Take it from nearly 92% of her staffers who quit less than 4 years into her presidency. Oh, that's got us smart. So much. All right, let's go back on over here. Where did that video go? Oh, it's over here somewhere. Let's see. Video storage and go back here. All right, let's load this one back up.
Now,
All right, and then like we'll
2024
fast forward.
President Harris is she's going to try to bring the team together and make something happen. And that team includes the administration, it includes Congress, it includes governors, it includes the private sector.
Donald Trump meanwhile says he is looking ahead to the September 10th debate.
So am I.
You know, the press is really the biggest problem of all. The fake news, I call it, is the biggest problem of all. Because they immediately went from her being a joke, not qualified, she'll be terrible, and she's the worst vice president in history, too. All of a sudden, she's wonderful. But she's not wonderful. So we have a debate coming up, and I look forward to it.
I look forward to it too. And no, she is not not in my opinion, she is not wonderful. But that is, that is the Sunday opinion of myself. So take it as you will.